welcome to Conquering Mount Scrapmore with Brenda. I'm Brenda, and we're here today with another episode of Y Seam Wednesday. Yay, we're going to master those Y seams. It's just going to be so much fun. Now, today I've come up with the Priscilla block, right? It's one of these very traditional blocks, but we've given you PDFs to make your templates. Now, this template right here is a 4.75 inch square. So if that's, if you prefer just to cut a square, that's fine. But I thought I better put that in because it's not on the PDFs, and you're going to find those PDFs in our show notes. Now, before we go further, let's get our shout out because otherwise I will forget. Mchelle from Bits Pieces Quilting. I worked with her on the collaboration, the Community Round Robin quilt, and I was so sad when I was finishing sewing on my border and everything because I was sitting there, oh my, it's done now, and there's going to be no more fun and giggling and all having all this fun stuff going on. I kind of miss those three, very much. But today is a shout out for Mchelle because Mchelle was the one who kept everybody on track and translated into pattern writing, and now she's hosting that Community Round Robin. So like if you guys are looking for a really cute, fun pattern to work with, it's all on her website right now. I'm going to try and put her website in the show notes as well as her YouTube channel. But we had so much fun. It was just a delight working with her and those other fiber artists. I just couldn't believe it. I was like, but it was kind of sad when it was over. But if given the opportunity again to work with them, I would say yes in a heartbeat. My heart wouldn't even have a chance to beat before I'd say yes. But yeah, so we would do that again. Now, let's get on to what else we have to talk about here. The Chaos So Long is also going to be once, I don't know when this will drop and when the Chaos So Long will come, but it's coming. So we need to put that in. So once it's going to be in the show notes if we have made those decisions. So you guys are going to look for that because it's going to be fun, fast, and it's bigger pieces, bigger scraps. So the bigger, the subunits, the piece stub subunits are going to be 4.5 inches square unfinished or 4.5 by 8.5 unfinished, right? So that's going to suck up a few scraps, and it's going to be queen size, so it hopefully will make a big dent in there. And remember, if you run out of scraps, you can always cut into your fat quarters. True story, you can do that. It's okay. But it's going to be fun. Now, like I said, I don't know yet, but we have reworked that one, and it took us a while to rework it, and I decided to go bigger and have a lot more fun with that block, and there's all sorts of other possibilities now. So it's going to be great. We also have a Facebook group and it's warm, it's welcoming, it's growing really fast. Like, wow, I couldn't believe how fast it's growing. And we have all sorts of sub chats. We do the same things normal Facebook groups, like show pictures, take polls, like ask questions for help. And we welcome members as they join, but there's all sorts of community chats in there that if you wanted to join the fabric swaps by country, you could, or the recipe exchange, finding the free pattern from other content creators or other fiber artists. They're always on the look for free patterns, and we post them all in one. We try and post them all in one place because wow, we're coming up with some absolutely lovely stuff going on. There's a chat for anything and everything. It's funny how all of those members are just getting along and everything's working out. We also have a virtual sewing room under Discord. Now you're going to need to download a Discord app, which is free, and to join that group. But the people that are using that are, gathering and they're sewing. They're actually becoming friends because, what better quilters collect other quilters as friends like fat quarters. I'm sure of it now. But I mean, it's all a lot of fun, and we have a great time. Zoom sew dates are also on there. Now Zoom sew dates are for everybody, including all the people that watch on YouTube, as well as the Facebook members. And it's listed from now until the end of December. No, I haven't looked at 2025, but when I do, it's going to be in there, so you can mark it on your calendar. And if you don't feel like sewing the day of the Zoom sew date, come anyways. Bring your crochet. It's fine. We just have a great time. It's we talk about what kind of things are inspiring us, and you know who, like what fabric designers we like, you know, all that kind of thing, you know, all the fun stuff that quilters talk about all the time. And also share, like, and subscribe our channel as well. We would really help it if you could help move us along and sharing with your friends and other quilt groups that you know. We are just so blessed to have so many people following us. I just can't believe it. Also, if you commenting helps our analytics. So if all you have time to do is put a heart, please do, because that would help us out a great deal too. Also, I speak for free, and I speak to quilt groups, and I speak to quilt guilds, and I talk about elements of design, making, using up your fabric scraps, and making charity quilts. I have a small trunk show. I do it over Zoom, and a PowerPoint presentation, and you get to see a sneak peek of what's happening on the YouTube channel. So I think that's it. I think we've covered everything. And if we haven't, I'll put it in. I'll put it in later. No problem. Anyways, come on in for this fast, fun sew along called the Priscilla. Okay, so here we are at the sewing machine, and here's our Priscilla block. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to sew 2 of these pointed triangles to the square. Now, on the PDF, again, on the PDF, I forgot to mention that the square is 4 3/4 square, or 4.75 square, and that helps your piecing. That will just help your piecing. So if you're, you know, you're kind of concerned about, wow, you know, I don't know how to do this. There. Anyway, so this goes over like this, and we're going to open this seam, because I think that would work best. Okay, well, we can change our mind if we don't like it. And then we're going to go with another seam, just like this, on the black. Now we're going to line it up so the black is just a little triangle, barely a triangle, sticking out on both sides. Very simple. Now, I'm going to piece these like this. Oops, can you see that? How I grab this off the board, just like this. My little design board. I moved it out of the way. These pieces are big. Now, Priscillas traditionally are little. They're little tiny bits that are just lovely. And they are cute. They're just a darling little quilt. Quilt top. Okay. There we go. And, oops. Okay, get the little plug off. The plug goes this way. And we want to grab this one this way. Oh, what are we doing here? Hang on. We got it running wrong. We got it running confused. Here we go to go like this. There we go. Put these together just like so. There we go. Yeah, Priscillas are lovely little dainty quilt blocks, but I decided to go with mine making it, 4 or like a 12-inch finished. So it's just a little bit bigger than you normally look at for Priscilla, but it works. Okay. You know, it might work better going this way. I think it will. Okay. There. Okay. Okay, now we're just going to get that out of the way, move that up, line this all up nice. Okay. So this works really, really well if you've got your good 1/4 inch, like you've got a good 1/4 inch, because what's going to happen now is I'm going to, I'm not sure. Both of these have like a Y seam right here, right? Okay. Both of these have a Y seam here. So what I can do is I can go one direction. I can divide and conquer this block. Or I can go from the very far edge, you know, do my Y seam, do another Y seam, and then go right across. I'm going to show you both ways, and you can then decide which way works best for you. Get the board right out of the way. It doesn't need to be here. And so we're going to start here, and we're going to pivot here. Let me just open this up just a hair and get this all finger pressed open. Okay. This is one way of doing it. There's two ways of doing this, but you know, sometimes people panic a little bit and I don't know if I want to do it that way, you know, because that's a really long little piece to sew. Well, it is. Yes, it is. Okay. So now we're going to go right to, now I'm going to mark this with a pin. So I want to go 1/4 inch in, right, and 1/4 inch in, because that's where my pivot point is. And I am going to pin that. Okay, so it's like that. And now, there we go. And sew the rest of it. Now I have got that being, the red is pressed into the square below. Oops. Okay, let's get that there, just like so. There. So there's the one pin. And now I take it and I do this. Okay, and it worked out flat right away. I forgot to open the seam. Oh no! That's okay. That's okay. I'll just open it up now. Okay. Nice, easy. Nice and easy way to do this. Okay. Grab another pin. Now I am going to go 1/4 inch in from this side. Now, I could have washi tape or some kind of ruler, but I'm pretty confident in where my 1/4 inch is. So I'm okay with that. And we're just going to go across, just like so. And make sure all of this is, you're putting straight grain against straight grain, so that's going to work. Okay, there we go. Under. There. Now, take out our pin and we maneuver it yet again to this end point here. And we got, yep, everything's lining up nice and neat. Okay. Not everybody can do that, right? Not everybody understands how to get all that done, right? Now I'm going to flip this out and this out. There we go. These are going out and this is going out. Now this will lie absolutely flat with a clapper, but you see how this has been sewn, right? So I open these and I just push these over. Okay, and it works. I did end up with a little pucker here, but I will probably be able to scratch it out with my fingernail. So, now, what we're going to do is we're going to open this up, both sides, and we're just going to finger press it flat open. I'm going to show you how to divide and conquer. When you're learning, it's hard to do that where you do multiples, right? So, you know, this is a simple way of dividing and conquering, and this is how some people put together multiple ones. Let's say you're doing, you know, Y seam after Y seam after Y seam, like a Jack's chain or something like that. And then, you know, then people are like, oh gosh, that's so tough. It's so hard to do. Well, yeah, it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark both sides of this first. Okay. I'm going to go 1/4 inch in, right, and down, and 1/4 inch in on the seam to create my seam allowance. And there we go. I'm just going to make sure that pin is, oh, it's a little off. There we go. Okay, it's just a little off, so I want it to be perfect. Right, so I'm going to just put it like that, and I'm going to pin the other side. I know. You guys are like, oh my gosh, what are you going to do with this Y seam now? It's up to you which one you feel that you can do, or, you know, which one you want to do. Right? Some people, like I say, just don't feel comfortable doing multiple Y seams, so they need to divide and conquer. So here is where we are, right? So I've got this thing, and now everybody's like, well, that's not going to sew together. Yes, it will. Now I'm going to start in the middle, and I'm going to get past my plug, just the hair. I'm going to start in the middle, back and forth, just a half, and I'm going to take on the one Y seam right away. Right? I'm basically going to get in there and get this done. And then, there we go. And I want to hit right where that needle went in, which I did. Yay! And now I'm going to take this and pivot, and I'm not going to worry about what's going on over here. The only thing I'm worrying about now, getting in line and perfect, is this. Okay. Like when you do a jack chain, it's constant Y seam. Well, some people are comfortable going a very long continuous Y seam, right? So this is why they do a divide and conquer. I call this a divide and conquer. So now I've got this done, right? So what I do is I need to finish this seam, this part here. So I'm going to flip it over, and of course I have it marked as to where I have to pivot by the pin, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this out and start a little bit further back and go up to the pin, right where that pin marked. There we go. One, just like half it. Okay, there it is. Got it. I know, it's kind of like half a stitch sometimes. Okay, and then I'm going to turn it and flip it this way, right? Just so I get that edge that lined up perfectly. And, ooh, it did. Just right off the hop. Oh, lucky me. Okay. So that's two ways of doing a Y seam. Two different ways. And both of them work. Right? Both of them work. And you see you've got your good Y seam on both sides, right? You know, this is gonna lie reasonably flat. I have to clip that seam because some of the fabric went the wrong way, but that's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this now to the ironing board and give it a good press, and then we'll get back to our ta-da moment. But there's two ways of doing Y seams, right? And there's also the point method, right? That I should show you how to do the point method, but I don't like doing it that way. But anyway, so here we are. We'll come back when it's all freshly pressed and give you the ta-da moment. So this is our Priscilla block. Now, I have only seen quilts made out of these that are small 6.5 inch blocks. I will try and see if I can draw one for you and put it on a PDF for 6.5, but this comes together really quickly. And it's a good use of odds and sods of scraps and your low volume. You could even take some time out and cut the fussy cut the center. It's a 4 3/4 inch square or 4.75 inch square, and it is just really quick. You guys saw how fast I put this together. It was a lot of fun. So I do hope you give it a try. I hope you have a very gentle and happy week ahead, and life is treating you grand. Okay, you guys take care until we see each other again. All right, bye. Hello again. We just want to thank you for enjoying our video and, you know, coming along with my husband and my YouTube adventure in quilting, and you know, sometimes things don't work out as best they should, and sometimes they work out great. We're going, wow, that went well. But it's been an amazing journey, and I'm so glad I could share it with you. Share, like, and subscribe these videos. That really helps us out, and it helps us make more charity quilts. Okay, so you guys take care until we have a chance to meet again. Okay, bye.